Hi, Wayanad is famous for its numerous camping and hiking trails, impressive waterfalls, caves, birdwatching spots, flora and fauna, and many magnificent sceneries. So let's go for a drive around these breathtaking sceneries. My name is Firoz and welcome to my channel. Hey guys, shall we go for a drive?
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Yeah.
Wayanad may be on the distant fringes of Kerala, but those who venture here are richly rewarded. Surrounded by the high mountains, this land is a protector of animals and history. Wayanad offers dramatic landscapes, a rich heritage, and a warm welcome. Wayanad has countless hills and snaky roads. Today we will visit what I consider the most rewarding, Attamala. It's a peaceful region in Wayanad with remote and rugged landscapes. We will venture from Muttil to Mepadi and then to Churalmala, and then we will do some off-road to Attamala. To get the most out of our Attamala road trip, I am joined by my brother Hafsal. So Wayanad district was born as the 12th district of Kerala on November 1, 1980 and is composed of Manandavadi, Sultan Batheri and Vaitri taluks. The name Wayanad comes from Vayal Nadu, which means rice field. It is a beautiful land with an altitude between 700 meters and 2100 meters above mean sea level. It is located between the Western Ghats in the north and east of Kerala, with the states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka on both sides. These roads are so stunningly beautiful that they became iconic destinations in their own. Wayanad's capital is Kalpetta. Wayanad has a long and illustrious history. At least 10 centuries before Christ, civilization existed in these places. On the hills of Wayanad, there is evidence of New Stone Age culture. The Edakal caves of Ambukuttimala, located between Sultan Batheri and Ambalavayal, is one example. With pictures on their walls and pictorial writings, the caves speak volumes about a bygone era and ancient civilization. In ancient times, the Rajas ruled this land, then fell under the control of the Kottayam royal dynasty's Payashri Raja. When Hyder Ali ascended to the throne of Mysore, he invaded Wayanad and conquered it. Later, Wayanad was returned to the Kottayam royal dynasty during Tipu Sultan's tenure. This is Mepadi town and it is an extremely scenic hill station on the state highway between Kozhikode and Ooty. Mepadi is 12 km from Kalpetta town in the Wayanad. and it is 78 km from Kozhikode. Tea cultivation is the main economic activity of Mayapadi village. Afterward, the British and Keralavarma Pazhassi Raja engaged in a bloody battle. When the Raja was forced to Wayanad's jungle, he organized a guerrilla battle, and the British could only recover the Raja's dead body. He had killed himself somewhere in the forest interior. The British government brought tea and other cash crops to be grown on the hills, and they built a network of roads across the treacherous slopes of Wayanad. Through Gudalur, these roads were extended to the cities of Mysore and Ooty. Settlers rushed in from all across Kerala, and the virgin forest areas proved to be a true treasure with tremendous cash crops. Road trips are perhaps the best way to satiate your craving for adventure and escape monotony. To simply pack up your bags, start up your engines, and whiz away is the best kind of break you can get from stress and trauma. The road construction is taking place. Along the trip, so many road building machineries were spotted on the road. The soil and rocks are being removed by large excavators, some vegetation being cleared, and the roads are widened. And I'm hoping for a different driving experience on our next trip. Now we are near Tolairam Kandi. Tolairam Kandi is nothing but 900 acres of unspoiled greenery in lush forest. The adventure zone, which was formed in the middle of the woods, provides a variety of adrenaline pumping sports. The tour begins with an off-road adventure that takes you through the mystical woods, and along the way you will pass by magnificent waterfalls and wetlands. This place is Puthamala. There was a teeming tea estate village here in Mayapadi, but was swept away into oblivion by a landslide in the monsoon season 2019. In August 2019, a landslide completely wiped out an entire village over here. It's been heavily raining and suddenly an avalanche happened from the top of the hill, and within seconds a huge portion of earth, trees and gravel came down, followed by gushing of water which swept away the village. In that calamity, the settlements of tea estate laborers, along with the post office, a temple, a mosque, were completely disappeared under the earth in minutes. There were many casualties and some of the bodies could not be traced. Most of the people here had some cultivation like pepper, cardamom, coffee, etc., but the landslide converted their land into a graveyard of rubble. Months later, nothing much has changed, although Puthamala is slowly limping back to normalcy. In this area, there is a spectacular waterfall called Sujipara Falls. The Sentinel Rock Waterfalls is another name for it. The main feature is a 300-foot high waterfall, and the pool beneath is ideal for swimming and having fun. The Sujipara waterfalls are a stunning sight surrounded by beautiful green trees and hills. It is about 30 minutes from the town of Mepadi and provides a wonderful place to relax and unwind. After a day of fun in the water, there are a number of huts along the waterfall area that provide food and drinks to satisfy your hunger and thirst. Bathrooms and locker facilities are also available for a small fee. We continued driving upward, stopping for a little refreshment along the way. We ate the snacks we had brought, then set sail again to the end of the road after a quick hello to the green banks of the stream. The tea estate labourers are living in these line houses given by the estate's owner. They must leave their gloomy dwelling once they retire, but normally there is nowhere else for the workers to go. This causes the younger generation to take over their parents' jobs in order to keep a roof over their heads. Generation after generation, the bulk of those who live in the plantation estates stay put and work in low-paying jobs because they don't want to become homeless. So, the next time you enjoy a cup of hot tea, remember the hard-working folks who brought it to you. The road grew quite muddy. The Toyota Corolla, on the other hand, did not stop and whizzed through the most beautiful greens, as well as a section of pebbles and a slick mud mound. The road came to an end after a short distance, and we parked our reliable car and entered this private property, a beautiful location perched on the crest of the hill. A lovely resort in the making. This resort was being built. With permission, we had a walk around to see what the view is like. Resort building revolves around several factors that must be considered during the planning process. And the most important thing is that it should be in a very attractive place. And this resort is indeed being built in a super spectacular viewing point. The return journey was silent and sad. In our hearts, we carry a piece of these lovely mountains and roads. People may leave the mountains physically, but mentally, the mountains will never leave the people. The weather remained beautiful, and on the way back, we spent some time exploring waterfalls and swimming in the crystal clear water. Our entire experience was quite enthralling, leaving us thirsty and motivated for more adventures in this amazing place called Wayanad.